I'm Mark Costello with the Small Business Administration. Really appreciate the opportunity to just share a little bit about SBA with you folks. Hopefully, I think as Patrick indicated, you'll come away today with a little bit better feel of what SBA's role is as far as assisting the small business community, whether you're somebody that's just maybe thinking about starting a business or somebody that's in business now, maybe looking to expand or maybe deal with some particular challenges in your operations. I think there's something out there for you, either directly or indirectly through SBA. So with that, let me go ahead and just give you a quick overview. SBA is actually a federal government agency, U.S. Small Business Administration, and we have got here in the state of Washington, there's a Seattle district office, there's a branch office over in Spokane. We've got offices throughout the country. I think there's 70 field offices, but it's a relatively small agency, about 3,000 people. We have got activities and programs really in 3 different areas. I think a lot of people here today are probably interested in finding out about financing, and certainly SBA has got some interesting and maybe compelling financing programs that I'm going to talk a little bit about. We also have activities related to what you might call counseling and training or technical assistance. And primarily in that regard, we've got a couple of key partner organizations that we work with. And I'm not going to go into much detail about what they do because it happens to be SCORE and the Small Business Development Center that we have got really an important relationship with, to the extent that when folks come to the SBA maybe in need of counseling or training, oftentimes what we try to do is work with SCORE or the Small Business Development Center to meet their needs. And so in fact, people from those organizations more than likely are going to be the ones that would work one-on-one, for example, with somebody who's looking to develop a business plan, or maybe somebody who's looking to obtain financing for their business, or maybe, as I mentioned, deal with a particular challenge in their business operation. So these are great organizations. I think one of the things you'll find is that the value is something you can't beat. What they offer generally is free of charge, no cost, confidential counseling, and there's some great people in those organizations. Another thing SBA is involved with, and to a certain extent Aaron Nielsen's going to be talking a little bit about government contracting, but SBA also has a government contracting focus. Primarily we have people that are involved, for example, in ensuring that the federal government complies with meeting the requirements as far as government set-asides. We also have a couple of specific programs that SBA administers. One of them is called the AA Government Contracting Program, which is sort of a business development program, typically for women and minority business owners. Service-disabled veterans also come into play in that regard. But primarily, I think, in my role, is generally focused on financing. And probably when you think about SBA and what you've been hearing in recent months and even the last couple of years, more than likely it has to do with SBA lending. We've gotten some benefits from the jobs bill that was passed last September, and back when the Recovery Act came about, there were some enhancements made to the SBA loan programs. So that's more than likely what is first and foremost, I think, for people when they think of SBA. So let me talk a little bit about what we do with regard to financing, without going into a tremendous amount of detail, just to kind of lay the groundwork, and hopefully we can talk a little bit when we have our networking time if you guys have specific questions. I think our flagship program, sort of the one that is most broadly available, is what we call the 7(a) Guaranteed Loan Program. And the idea there is that SBA guarantees loans made by authorized participating lenders. These can be anybody from the large national banks to the local community banks, even some credit unions are active participants in this SBA program. In the Seattle district, we've got about 100 different lenders that typically would participate in that program on any given year. We also have a program that's a little bit more specifically designed for commercial real estate transactions, and again, without going into much detail, because Elizabeth Rusnick is going to talk more specifically about this, SBA goes on there is that SBA backs financing for commercial real estate transactions. SBA funding typically is in a second position behind a conventional first mortgage loan. Again, while the 7(a) program is available for people that are looking for a variety of different things, whether we're talking about working capital or equipment, or maybe even a change of ownership, the 504 program is more specifically designed for commercial real estate, maybe long-term equipment acquisition. The third program we have in the financing continuum is what we call the SBA microloan program. As the name kind of indicates, these are smaller loans, and the model or the delivery mechanism is a little bit different. SBA actually has lent money to authorized intermediate